Hello, my name is Alex, and welcome to Journeys Through Time. And if you've not seen me before, well, this is all about the business journey and the experiences, the challenges, and the solutions. So please do like and subscribe and see the journey so far because this is episode 45. So welcome back if you are returning. Last episode, we were talking about what makes people, how do you find out why people love travel? This week, we're talking about advanced layering. Now, what on earth am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about your brand. And when we're talking about layering, we're talking about the multiple ways to get your brand out there. Now, messaging is an important part of it, but it's really an exercise of encouraging the people you're talking to get to know you. Excuse me. So, why bother? Well, there is a lot of noise on the internet and quite a lot of volume with it. So, if you want people to hear you, the thing about layering is that there isn't a single way to get your message out there. There are lots of different platforms. And because of this, uh, there are going to be different people on different platforms having different interests, and they will respond to different content. And the audience you can expect to see there is, it's going to be a different mix. But the thing about all these different platforms is that they all work together because there's this combination, this three-way powerful combination, which I call the written word, the spoken word, and the video element. And the first time I really noticed it was when I was following the comedian Michael Palin, who also likes going on travel journeys. And one of his latest exploits was going on a journey around the country of Iraq. And he wrote a book, he narrated his book, and there was a two or three part um, TV series. And what was really interesting about it was that the core of the story was the same in all three mediums, but the stories and the perspectives um, were were different in some way. Yeah, it really is a marvel actually that these three disciplines, even though they were all about the same subject, that you could see this country he was visiting in at least three different ways. And I thought it was absolutely fascinating how just by varying uh, how the story was told, that you could get entirely different perspectives. And I guess this is why stories have been so important through human history. And stories and videos, like we're doing today, are an integral part of storytelling. But how the heck are we going to do all of this? Well, I've just said there are so many platforms and so many ways to do it. And so, can you do everything? Well, to begin with, the answer is no. Yeah, because you have to learn how to do them, and it's a bit like building blocks, or as a book I read um, described, it was, it's equivalent of uh, building with bricks, one brick at a time. Or to put it another way, you're adding layers of knowledge, but also layers that other people can see about your brand. Now, it's important when choosing which layers, which mediums to use, is that it's important that you like doing it and you like the idea of using um, certain platforms, and of course enjoying the creativity, and the process that goes with it. So The thing about it is, you got to remember that you shouldn't really, in the long run, be expecting yourself to do everything yourself all of the time. You do have a life, right? Because one day you're going to have slaves. Sorry, let's delete that. I mean freelancers and employees, right? Because it's it's a long, you've got to take the long view here, and eventually, when working with people, you can think about, you know, handling multi projects at the same time. And it's important to think in terms of structure because uh, dividing, it's not just a question of dividing your time, it's dividing elements of your business. And businesses that are structured can be handed over to people, but they can also be sold. So, what does all this effort, what's it all leading to? Well, it's all about this other cliche that gets used a lot, which is know, like, and trust. But really, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And we're going to cover that in the next episode. Catch you later.